Yeah.
Yeah, so tell us about Luther Decorators.
Yeah, so like I was saying, it's an events planning and design company. So we do planning and design for all events, corporate, weddings, birthday parties, any event, we name it, we do it.
How old are you, Delight?
I'm 22 years old.
22 years old. Okay. How did you get started in this business?
Well, I got started. My brother, he does the same nature of work, but he lives in Trinidad, and so the business was birthed in Trinidad, and so our here in Guyana is an extension of the business that my brother has in Trinidad, and I have a brother in the U.S. and he does the same thing. So it's three siblings, and we all do the same work, three different countries.
So by the
So
time, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, I lived in Trinidad for most of my adolescent years, and I went to school there. And while going to school, I worked with him. So that's where I started off and got my experience, and I learned. He's my mentor, so to speak, my older brother.
So tell us who who would come to you, who would bring a business to you, and why?
Say that again.
Who would be your typical client?
Typical client. Somebody that is looking to do a wedding. Um, it could be we do a lot of corporate functions. So if you're launching a business, you have an opening, media will be there, and you want to set up that kind of thing. So the corporate world would be clientele, and just about anybody that has an event, be it big or small. It could be a birthday party. Your kid is celebrating her birthday party. You want to do something special for them. Yeah, we cater for everybody.
Have you ever had an event that you didn't think you should do, you didn't feel like doing?
I don't put myself in a box or limit myself to anything. So I haven't reached or come upon an event where I didn't think I didn't have the capability to do it. If it's something that I'm not sure about, I have my older brother. I'd ask his advice, and he's always there to guide me along.
Mhm.
But I haven't come across an event where I didn't think that I
What
couldn't do
what
it.
is what is your biggest challenge in an event?
Biggest challenge. Well, it would probably be um, here in Guyana. Our culture is a bit. I don't want to say anything negative because I'm a Guyanese, but one of the challenges is being having to depend on people, and so reliability can be a challenge. So, for instance, you may be working with a supplier, and as the events planner, if everything goes well, the team takes credit. But if anything goes wrong, the planner gets the blame. That's how it works.
So do you get blamed often?
No, I try to schedule myself in such a way. So if I'm working with an outside source and I need to get something for 1 o'clock, I'm gonna tell that person I need it since 11. So I give them time to be late, so they don't make me late. So yeah, as you go along, you learn how to do things in such a way where you can maintain your standard, and it's
How
you want.
important is time to you and punctuality?
I am a big person on time. Punctuality is huge to me. I don't like, as much as I don't like waiting, I don't like making people wait on me either. So
Mhm.
both ways, I don't like to have people waiting on me. Neither do I like waiting on people. Although I usually have to, because that's just the way things are in Guyana. Punctuality. Sometimes you have a meeting with somebody. They say be there at 5 o'clock. I'm going to be there at 5 to 5 to make sure I'm there on time. And then sometimes you might gotta wait, but that's how it is. And so I'm patient. I try to be as patient as possible. But I also try to always be punctual, and I'm good at punctuality. It's a
Mhm.
strong point.
So if you are amidst a group of other young people and they're craving to get into business, they want to get into business. What are like two or three points you will share with them that are important to be successful at business?
I would say to them, do your research. Depending on the type of business you want to get into, you need to understand the market. Is there a demand for what you want to do? Because although you might like something or enjoy doing something, you need to know if there's a demand, because you can't just do it and then you're not making a profit. So lots of research is important. Research what you're doing, get to know about it. Get yourself qualified. If there's programs or courses out there that you could go and do to, get yourself more qualified or learn more, that's one thing. I would say be open to criticism and always be willing to learn. Never think that you've arrived or you know it all, because it takes a lifetime, and even after a lifetime, you still don't know it all. So always be open to critique. Critique is good. Don't be afraid to fail. Yeah, if you never try something, you'd never know if you're good at it or if you'll be successful. So always be willing to try.
Mm-hmm. Your segment before you, Janelle was talking about the importance of networking and the positive impact it has on our business. How is
Right.
that for you? Is networking good for you? Bad?
Networking
What?
is key for me. It's priority for me. Very important in the line of business that I am in, because there's so many different aspects of events, and you as an event planner, you can't do everything yourself. You need to outsource certain things.
Mm-hmm.
So networking is very important, and building relationships with people where you can depend on them and they can depend on you. So it's definitely a very important aspect of work.
So, what are you seeing among young people in Guyana when it comes to business? Is entrepreneurship something that is trending, or just people just thinking about it, not sure? What are you hearing?
Definitely trending. I happen to be among a lot of young people that have their own little businesses going on. My roommate, she does homemade cards. Really great work. I have an ex friend of mine. Her project or her line of work is called Unique Creations, and so you have from what I've seen, there's a lot of people in we can call it the craft industry that are doing a lot of things. You have people like I think she was on the show, Christina from Everything Craft.
Yeah, she was
Um,
here 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
yeah, and you meet up with young people and you talk to them, and they tell you what ideas they have. So young people are definitely interested. Guyanese, young Guyanese are definitely interested in business and doing something for themselves.
What plans do you have for your business, for your company?
Definitely looking to do more networking. I'm in the process of restructuring things and changing it up a bit, because there's trial and error, and so as you grow, you learn the things that you need to change, what you need to do differently. So I'm starting that process right now of restructuring things. I see myself, making a name for myself in the Guyanese industry. You reckon that you must, just hear the name Luther and know, okay, this is service that I could recommend to somebody. This is a service I can trust. This is a service that I always get quality from.
And how can people find you?
I have a website. The website is www.luthersdecorators.com.
That Luther what?
Luthersdecorators.com.
Decorators. Okay. In the chat room, Nicholas said, "Greetings, Delight. I would like to know the level of competition for her services in Guyana. How does she differentiate herself, and does Delight find it challenging to recruit talent for her business?" Those are 3 questions. Let's take one at a time.
Which is the first?
First one is the level of competition for your services.
Okay. In the area of events design, don't want to sound like I'm tooting my own horn, but I think I haven't seen anyone, or haven't seen anybody produce better work than me. I don't want to sound too
Just say it. Produce your level of work.
Yeah, because I think because I really pay attention to every little detail with my work, with what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I get that from being around my brother. He's a perfectionist, so to speak, and so that has rubbed off on me a lot. And so I really pay attention. And apart from making money, I really I'm satisfied when my customer is pleased. So I really try to capture what it is the customer wants. I take time to pay attention and listen to what it is the customer is looking to gain. And if I need to advise you again against doing something, because this is my area of expertise, and so maybe you may have a color scheme that I may think might be perfect, and so I would try to explain that to you. But at the end of the day, it's about what the customer wants.
What the customer wants. Well, you've answered two of his questions, and that's good. Moving along, the third question is, do you find it challenging to recruit talent for your business?
Yes, it is actually quite challenging because it's a skill that you acquire over time,
Hmm.
something that has to be learned, and you have to like doing it. You have to be passionate about it to really, and it's actually I enjoy doing it. I enjoy taking the time to conceptualize and then making it happen and seeing the finished product and being pleased. So the challenge is that most people they come on board because they want to make some money, and so sometimes you find yourself changing workers a lot, and it's hard to find somebody to stick with it because they really like it, or it's hard to find somebody that you could let's say you have more than one job to do on one day, so you need to be at two places at the same time. So you need to have workers that you could leave to do that work, and then feel secure that okay, they're going to get the job done. So and I guess with time I'm going to find people that are that interested.
I
Just a
see.
matter of time and a matter of training.
Okay.
It's not impossible, but it's a challenge.
All right. Michelle asked, glad to see that our youth possess such great initiative. What support does she need to be more successful?
What support?
What support do you need to be more successful?
Um, well, investment. In order to make money, you have to have money. So definitely, investments. You need money to make investments, and so as you invest a lot, and then you don't. In my line of business, you don't always see the return right
Hold on a
away. It takes.
second, Delight. Is there a television or anything on in your background? Because we are hearing it.
Sorry about that.
All right, cool.
Better.
Yeah, yeah, it's better. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So like I was saying, investors is good. What else do I need? I'm always somebody that is searching for information or looking at videos on YouTube and stuff like that. So I think it would be really good for the young entrepreneurs in Guyana to have forums that they can go to where people that are already
In business?
professional,
Yeah.
people that have been successful take time to come back and give us tips and pointers and guide us
So
along.
some form of mentorship, some challenge, some channel.
Yeah,
Hmm.
right. That would be helpful too. Yeah, that's what I can think of on
Okay.
something like that.
And Esther said, Selwyn, it's amazing how these young people have developed into successful entrepreneurs. Seemed like only yesterday that Delight was in my daughter's class at Concord Academy. Well done, Delight. And Misha said, does she have a portfolio with photos of her work? Do you have that?
Yes, I do, and there's also galleries on the website that you can see. It's categorized, so you have different categories, different
So you don't
men
have like photos with you. It's on the website.
on hand. I have photos with me, and then when you come to my location and at 32 Duncan Street, I have a big screen there where I have photos.
Okay. But you have something with you right now you can show us?
No, I have
Oh.
something on my phone, but
Okay. All right. Moving along. Patrick said, good afternoon to you and your guests. These young people continue to impress me. Esther, very impressive. Nicholas, enjoying what you do is a key ingredient to success. Kudos, Delight. Keep up the good work. Keep the passion. Michelle said, great. Delight, if you had to, well, actually, you did, but how can the government or private sector help you to get to the next level?
well, I know that there's the I think it's a small business bureau, and there are different places that you can get small businesses can get loans from. So I think that is one thing that the government has done. But for the business community, I think one of the struggles, well, I can speak for myself. Apart from decorating, I also have a supply store, and so
Oh,
I
really?
re- yeah, I retail some of the things that I use in my work. And the reason that started is because we found a challenge getting, sometimes you need something and it's hard to get. So my brothers, we would ship in stuff that we need. And so we decided to start a store where we sell it. One of the challenges with that is that um, I love all my Chinese brothers and sisters,
Right.
but one of the challenges is that the influx or the mass production and the cheapness, and it's not always great quality, but the Chinese bring in a lot of stuff and they sell it at a really low price, and so it's sometimes hard to compete with them. Um, so I think the government can play a role in somehow. I don't know the right terms or so to
Right. Right. But you think if you get together with other young people, young entrepreneurs, you guys can come up with some, you can come up with some initiative that you can present to to the government in which.
I believe so. I believe so. My two the other young ladies that you guys will chat with later, Jubilante and Christine. We actually touched on it a bit last week when we were talking. So I think it's definitely something that in the future we'll try to put our heads together and
What do you enjoy most about what you do?
I enjoy and generally not just with my work alone, but what made me decide that okay, this is what I want to do, and this is just like the tip of the iceberg of where I see myself. But I enjoy sitting and listening to someone with an idea, and then helping them make that idea a reality.
You know,
That's
I feel so silly asking you this. How someone at 22 years of age, so focused, so disciplined. Um, how did you think this come about?
how. Actually, again, I didn't understand the
You're
question.
you're you're focused. You're quite focused, and you're quite disciplined. You believe customer comes first. You believe in punctuality. You're a stickler for punctuality. You're obviously good at managing. How did you develop all these various attributes?
I've been blessed to be to my family that I grew up in. My faith, a lot of who I am and who I'm becoming is based on my faith. I'm a Christian, and so there are biblical principles that Proverbs says, "Diligent hands make it rich." So a lot of things. The person that I am, is influenced by my faith. Is influenced by my family. My older brother, I have my brother. He's my mentor. I admire him and his ambition. He's such a hardworking person. That's somebody that inspires me. Somebody that I look up to. I like to surround myself with people that keep me focused. And so environment matters. Environment always matters. So you have to know what you want, where you're going, and then you set yourself up to succeed. Because
What do you think is or are some of your greatest assets
my
as a business person?
um I would say my ability to capture, like I was saying earlier, in line of work, my ability to capture what the client wants, which is sometimes very challenging because the client doesn't always know what they want.
Hmm.
The clients that their clients that come along, they do know what they want, and so it's important. So that's one asset I would say that I have. I prior to now, I never consider myself to be a business person or good at business. I didn't think that this is where I would have ended up. I was more into social sciences, and I did a little bit of IR at UG, and so I was kind of heading on that path, and then it switched along the line. But I'm what I like about business is the challenge that it demands you to be
So
very
tell,
persistent.
excuse me. So tell me something. Uh, Young people. Okay, I was there once. Many of us in the audience were there once. There's
Mhm.
lots of distraction. party, hanging out, different things like that. How do you resolve that among your friends?
Well, I sort of already passed that phase, so to speak.
You passed that phase.
Yeah, I think I passed the phase already. Yeah, so I had that phase. I was there, been there, done that. I didn't stay there too long. And like I said, I'm blessed to have a strong family unit. My brothers, I lost both of my parents by
Oh,
the time I was 18.
sorry to
But
hear that.
yeah, I have many siblings. It's 10 of us and all. And, they've really made sure that I stayed on track. And so I have not all youth have that,
Right.
that's family based. Not everybody doesn't have that, and I understand that. And so I've been blessed, and I recognize how blessed I am to have had that.
What are you wanting that you're passionate about?
What?
What is one thing you are passionate about? You're really passionate about?
Mm, I'm really passionate about young people like myself.
Yes.
Um, Finding their identity and understanding who they are, because a lot of us, and I'm still on the journey of identifying who I am.
Mm-hmm.
But over the past couple of months or maybe a year or so, I've gotten closer to understanding that who I am, and it's so important. I'm a part of youth ministry at my church, and so that allows me to get involved with youth and that sort of thing. And so I'm passionate about being an instrument of just an instrument to help youth get past the challenges and struggles that we have in
Mm-hmm.
community, that we have youth, because they're, apart from the regular media and people usually shed light on the negative
Yes.
and not really pay attention to the positive, which you are doing,
Thank
which
you.
you are. So I'm passionate about that, and I'm passionate about the arts also.
About the
That's
arts.
one.
What have you learned about yourself since you've been in business?
I've learned that I'm stronger than I think. Sometimes we doubt ourselves a lot, and we beat up on ourselves, and then we come to a point where we have no other option.
I think your internet just got stuck there for a bit. Let me take a little break and see if we can get them to fix that. Jamana de uye ni ere kurai jamana de unasawa. All right.
Hello?
Yes, we're back. Yes.
Right.
Um, you were telling us what you learned about yourself.
Yeah, one of the things that I've learned is that I'm stronger than I think I am, and so challenges come in life, and you just have to find the strength to keep going, keep pushing. So I've learned that about myself, and I learn something new about myself every day. I'm an interesting person.
You're an interesting person.
Yeah, I surprise myself every day. Yeah, but yeah, that's one of the
If
things.
you could turn back the hands of time to
Mhm,
when you started,
mhm.
um, what would you do differently?
Um, I don't think I would turn it back. I don't think I have any regrets, because all the mistakes that I've made, I've learned something from them. And trial and error is an important part of growing. So to say that I would go back and change anything, there are things that I've done wrong, yes, but I've in the process I've learned from those mistakes. And so I believe that everything happens for a reason, and there's purpose in everything that unravels in my life.
In,
So I
in,
don't.
in the chat room, Michelle said, very well grounded and mature beyond her years. Do you get that a lot?
Yes, I do.
Uh-huh.
I don't take myself that seriously, but yes, I am.
um, how do you measure success?
How do I measure success? Uh, I would say I measure success by achieving what. Okay, if you have a goal and you set out and you set that out and you achieve it within the time frame that you've planned, and while going through the process, you've learned along the way, even though you've made mistakes. I see that as
I
success.
love this answer.
Yeah,
I just love this answer, Delight.
actually, I'm struggling to answer
No,
it, to
no,
be
but I am sitting here and I'm watching you. Even though you're struggling, you have the courage and the determination to get through it. And I like that. That is admirable. And if this is any evidence as to how you approach your business, you have a lot of ways to go in terms of I mean, you are going to grow amazingly.
Thank you.
Because to see you, I saw you. I mean, you're answering it, and you answered very eloquently. Thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Delight. And before you go, I would like you to stick around for a bit. I've asked Janelle if to stick around, so at the end of Jubilante's segment, you guys can come together and we have like a 5 or 6 minutes conversation. I'll ask the audience to stay by.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.